tell us a bit about yourself, where you're from and what your early life was like?
So my name is Costas Nomikos. I'm from the southeast of England and my parents are originally from Greece. My early life was pretty normal, I think. I just went to school and played like lots of sports, like all sorts. I used to do running, just swimming, tennis, all sorts really.
What was your favourite sport growing up?
I think I really enjoyed running, and then I kept that up until my late teens. Like I used to run cross country specifically, like long distance. Used to like race quite a bit, like every 2 weeks during the season I'd go and compete, and I used to be part of an athletics club too.
Were you very competitive as a child?
Not really in sports. I would just do them as a kid, kind of just to stay fit. I'd compete, but I'd mostly just be doing it because all of my teammates and friends would do it.
How did you first come across Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and what made you step onto the mats for the first time?
So I did a tiny bit of Japanese Jiu-Jitsu when I was a kid in school, about like 10 or 11 years old. And then when I was older, I was just watching UFC and I thought just the chokes and stuff looked cool. And I wanted to start a martial art when I was in school, and there was a Jiu-Jitsu gym like 20-minute walk from my school, so I'd just go a couple times after school, and yeah, I got into it from there.
Who was your favourite UFC fighter at that time that was performing those chokes?
This is going to be pretty cliche, but I think I was just watching like Charles Oliveira highlights, just seeing him like jump on the guys' backs and choking people. And when I was 17, I was like, oh, that looks really sick. I wish I could do that. And
do you remember what your first class was like, your first role, those early experiences?
Yeah, I do actually. I found it really awkward, like having someone like touching me that much, like having a guy put his hand around my neck. I was like, oh, this is really, really weird. I can feel him breathing on me, and it's just ugh. Don't like being this close to someone else. So that was my first experience. I was kind of a bit like freaked out from it. Like I was just giggling the whole time. I couldn't like get over the fact that I was just like pretty much hugging some random guy.
And what made you come back then if it was so uncomfortable, those early stages? How did you get over that?
I think I just faded quickly. Like once the initial like, oh, this guy's like choking me, like wore off, I really enjoyed it. Like it was fun just to drill the moves and then do the sparring at the end. I really enjoyed that.
What hooked you and made you keep coming back to Jiu-Jitsu?
Honestly, I just really like learning new things. I think that must be it. Like it was really fun. It'd be really fun drilling things in the class and then trying to do them in sparring. And literally it just hooked me straight away.
What motivates you to keep pushing yourself in Jiu-Jitsu?
I think I really like just training hard. Like I like to work hard and train hard, and that's just a big motivator for me. Like I don't really like to be sat around idle. I think I'd say that's how I handle most things in my life. Like I like to keep busy generally.
What sacrifices have you had to make, socially, financially or personally, to get to the level you're at now?
Honestly, from my point of view, not too many. The only thing really I don't like is just having to cut weight for competitions. I really like eating food, so that's a bit of a bore sometimes, but other than that, like, I don't really feel like I'm sacrificing much. I just enjoy doing what I do, so it's pretty easy.
What food do you most look forward to after a weight cut?
like donuts, probably.
Donuts. Jam
Yeah.
donuts, chocolate donuts?
Just anything really, just anything with sugar.
No donut safe. Was there moments you wanted to give up, and if so, what kept you going?
Yeah, there's definitely been like competitions before where I've just been absolutely smashed and then I've gone home feeling a bit gutted. But then I'd like kind of bounce back the next day. I'd be like, it's not really the end of the world. It's just a jiu-jitsu competition. But I've definitely had a few days like that. Like especially when I was a white belt, I used to get beaten up a lot. So then go home and just be like, oh, I'm terrible, I'm so bad. But then like I'd be at training on Monday the next day.
Do you have a loss now? Is it not as bad that you know you kind of achieved a certain level? Or is it sting even more because you're at that, you kind of expect so much from yourself?
Honestly, it doesn't really sting at all. Like I think I've lost and won so many times. It's just kind of like lost that emotional edge. Obviously, I'm not like pleased to lose, but I won't really go home and like beat myself up over it.
Yeah.
Like if I make a technical mistake, I'll just look back at the footage, think of what I can do better, and then just try and implement that in my training or the next time I compete.
Nice. What does your weekly training schedule look like right now?
At the minute, since graduating from uni, I train 4 to 5 times a week, twice a day normally, jiu-jitsu.
Do you have a specific approach to drilling, sparring and conditioning?
So I really just do what my coach tells me to. Most of the training we do in our gym, it's like live training, like light drills, so we don't really do much static drilling. That's like 90% of my training, and then the rest will just be sparring.
How do you balance recovery, diet and training intensity?
I just sleep lots and eat lots of food really, that's it.
Who are the people or coaches that have had the biggest influence on your game?
I just think my current coach, Johnny, pretty much all of my techniques are from him. And obviously my first coach is, I actually trained at a Carlson Gracie gym back home in Kent. Obviously they got me into the sport, but definitely like for my current game right now, my current coach, Johnny, pretty much all my jiu-jitsu is just things he showed me.
And am I right in saying there was like a pivotal moment in your journey where you had a loss from competition, and then after a conversation with Johnny, things changed and your jiu-jitsu kind of skyrocketed? Is that, could you kind of talk us through that story?
Yeah, so I think was it December 2023? I think it was the Nogi British Open. I lost in the second round. I sat back during a sweep. I didn't really fight it, and then I lost by points. And then after that, like I spoke to Johnny about it, and I told him that I wanted to get like a little bit more serious with the sport, because I train frequently, but I'd just be going for fun. I wouldn't really think much of it. Yeah, so that was kind of like a pivotal moment then. And then after that, I felt like I started taking the sport like a lot more seriously. Like I wouldn't show up late to classes. I trained more consistently. I'd try and go to sleep earlier, like eat better, like all those little things.
He started to view you then as more of a competitor and a serious athlete as a consequence of that?
Yeah, I think so. I think that definitely like shifted how I viewed, like from someone who was just kind of a hobbyist to someone who was a little bit more serious.
Nice. What are your short-term goals in competition and training at the moment?
For competition, I've got the Pans upcoming and then the Europeans. I'd like to pick up medals in those. Those are my like short-term goals on the horizon.
Where do you see yourself in jiu-jitsu 5 years from now?
I'm not sure. It's difficult to say, but hopefully I've discussed this with my coach. Hopefully be one of the best in Europe in 5 years, but obviously anything can happen, but that's the goal.
Do you have aspirations outside of competing, like coaching, opening a gym, or inspiring others?
I think I've got aspirations to coach. I coach sometimes a bit at a uni in Newcastle, so that's good. But as far as opening a gym goes, I'm not really sure. I think it's too early to think about that.
If people want to follow your journey, where's the best place for them to find you online?
Probably my Instagram, which is just my name, so Costas, and then 2 underscores, and then N.
Nice. Cool. Nice work. Well done. Ciao.
Nice, Costas.
Nice, bro. Good stuff. That was good.